guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about the new e.l.f. Putty Bronzers that just released. These retail for only $6 and they came out with 8 different shades. I picked up 3 different shades from the collection. I was really excited for these. I've been obsessed with the e.l.f. Putty products since they came out with the Putty Primers a few years ago, and then last year they came out with the Putty Blushes. These are the exact same size, the bronzers and the blushes. They are a little bit small. So here for reference, here's a Laura Mercier powder. They look so tiny. Compared to like a full-size powder, these are very small. But honestly, when it comes to cream products, especially that come in a tub like this, sometimes I end up wasting product because it takes so long to finish out a product. It can go bad or dry out or something. Over time, it could take years to finish up like a full-size big cream product like the Chanel one or something. So I am happy that they came out with smaller ones. They're easier to use like on the go or whatever, and also you'll actually finish them up, and they're only $6. So let's talk about the different shades because I was actually really impressed with the variety of shades. They range from like pretty fair to deep, and also they come in a bunch of different undertones, neutral, warm. I picked up a few different shades that I thought would work for my complexion for different reasons. So I'll go ahead and share with you what shades I got. The first one is called Feeling Shady, and this is one of the lightest shades, if not the lightest one that they have. This one is super cool. Like when I apply this, it almost looks kind of gray. Definitely a contour shade for sure. I know these are cream bronzers, but I always use a cream bronzer to contour, especially if it is more cool tone. So that is the shade Feeling Shady. Definitely a very cool tone shade. The next one is probably gonna be the shade I wear the most. This one is called Tan Lines. This is a little bit warm, but a little bit more on like the neutral warm side. They definitely had ones that were a lot warmer, and this is kind of like a light to medium shade. So there we have that second shade, Tan Lines. You could definitely see the difference from Feeling Shady. And then the last shade I have is called Golden Days. This is definitely more of a medium to deep tone, definitely a warmer shade as well. So there we have that third bottom shade, Golden Days, which is definitely different from the first two, a little bit deeper and definitely more warm tone. So I think I want to use a combination of all 3 shades right now, and I want to also show you guys what I like to use to apply these types of products. I did pick up the Putty Brush, and I think this is a little bit better for the blushes because you can get like a little bit more precise, but when it comes to blending out bronzer and contour, I feel like this is just like a little too small to use on my face, especially because I don't apply my bronzer very precisely. I like to kind of just like apply it a little bit messy and kind of blend it into where I'm gonna put my blush. That way it all like diffuses nicely, or just use it as my blush as well. So this you can use definitely for like nose contour or to apply it very precisely. But the brush that I love the most, this one is dirty. Don't worry, I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna use a brand new one, but just to show you how loved this brush is, this is called the Precision Airbrush Stipple Brush. This is actually gonna be my 3rd or 4th of this e.l.f. brush. This is my all-time favorite cream brush for sure. And even when I wash it, it still looks like this because it's been used for so long with so many different products that stain the brush. So I'm gonna use the brand new one, and I'm using the shade Feeling Shady, the one that I said is the more so of a contour shade. I'm just gonna apply that just like right at the top of my nose, and I kind of blend that into my eyebrow, and you can kind of pinch your brush to get it a little bit more precise. And I actually think I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out, and I might just go in with like a little bit of a powder concealer just to clean up the center of my nose. So then I'm gonna move into the shade Tan Lines, the medium warm tone. And I'm going to apply that, I think more so on my forehead, and then I'm gonna use the deeper shade to carve out my cheekbones. Not so much contouring, but just kind of bronzing up. Right now, all I have on my face, I do have it set with powder. I just use my Laura Mercier translucent glow powder concealer, and then actually for foundation I'm using the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I got the shade medium 330 warm, and this is just the second day I'm wearing this. I just ordered it with all of the bronzers, and I actually really like it. It's actually really nice coverage, and for CC Cream, it's so matte in a way that I'm not used to with a CC Cream, and it actually has SPF 30 as well. So I am gonna keep testing this out throughout the week, but so far I really like it. And I don't know why I didn't expect to like it this much. I think just because, I don't know, maybe because I haven't tried a drugstore CC Cream in so long. There's so many drugstore complexion products I like, but I'm already very picky with CC creams because some of them are so thick and greasy, but this is not the case at all. It dries completely matte. So I'm actually thinking if I like it for the next couple days, going outside and stuff, I'm gonna take this with me on a trip I have coming up like in a week to Mexico, where I only wanna bring like 1 or 2 complexion products. And I'll do like a pack with me video on that. I'm gonna apply tan lines on my jawline too, because I don't want too deep of a color on my jawline. And then I'm using the shade Golden Days on my cheeks. I'm not gonna do too much. I think that's enough. I don't wanna get too carried away with a cream bronzer. So I'm just gonna finish blending with my brand new brush. A moment of silence for this brush because it's about to look like this by the end of the week. So check out this brush from e.l.f. because it's been around for a while and it just blends like a dream. So easy. The bristles are like different lengths, so it makes it so easy to get like a really nice diffused color. That is actually blending so nicely. This isn't my first time using it. I did try out these bronzers already, but when I tried them out previously, I didn't set my face with powder. Today I set my face with powder just because I had other things to do today. And I wanted to set my face with powder before I filmed this video because I couldn't do my makeup and get right into filming. So I'm like, let me try it out with powder because I actually like to use the blushes on a face that's already set with powder. So I tested it out without setting it and it blended out nicely. And today, setting it with powder before blending actually works really nicely too. So I am impressed with how this blends on top of powder, but I'm actually not surprised at all since I do that with the Putty blushes already. This is basically a cream to powder formula. I'm not gonna set, no, this is completely matte. My whole face is so matte, which is crazy to me that I just use like cream products and a CC cream and my face is so matte. I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of the Putty Blush just because it's right in front of me. This one is in the shade Bahamas, I think. It's kind of like a corally color. I'm just gonna apply this with my fingertips and just diffuse that out. And I've definitely been super into cream products this year. I basically have not used a cream blush in maybe 2 or 3 months, and a powder bronzer. I've tried new ones out. Actually, I've tried out Hoola Glow. I really like that. I'm gonna use a little bit more on this side, but I'm basically just using all cream products daily. So I'm just gonna finish everything out with the Makeup by Mario highlighter in Golden. This is what I've been using every day for the last month. And I didn't set the blush either, so this is just the cream product that turns into a powder finish. And I think my makeup is done. Super, super simple today. I just have a little bit of Hoola bronzer as eyeshadow. All right, so that's the full look with these e.l.f. Putty Bronzers. Super, super easy to apply. It's definitely a matte finish. All of them are a matte finish, and it's a cream to powder finish, so you do not need to set it on top of anything. And I think it actually gives a very like natural sun-kissed kind of look. Like it looks a lot more natural than some powder products. And I've actually barely been wearing powder bronzers. Sometimes if I go out and I do like a full face of makeup, I'll use a cream bronzer and then just a little bit of Hoola Glow on top, but more so just because that's a shimmer finish and it gives me a little bit more of that like glowy look compared to the matte finish from these bronzers. But honestly, like a contour product or a matte bronzer, I have not used one in months because I've been trying out so many cream products, and for $6, these are so good. They're very comparable to, honestly, like the Chanel bronzer I have, that's like $60. I know that thing is huge, but I've been trying to use it up for years. It's probably expired. So this is a lot better because it's very compact. You can use a whole thing up. Super affordable. You could try out different shades. I was about to say different flavors, but different shades you could try out. I think I'll definitely use, I think it's Tan Limes, the one that I did all over my forehead. I think I'll use that one the most. I feel like it suits my complexion the best. So overall, I definitely recommend these if you're on the hunt for some new cream bronzers. And even if you're not a big fan of cream bronzers, check these out because they're a little bit different than some other ones because they do have a matte finish. They have a cream to powder finish. So if you're just getting into cream bronzers, this is a great place to start because it's going to give you that same look and feel as a powder bronzer. But I think that they're a bit easier to apply. They look a little bit more natural. And especially if you avoid cream products because you have oily skin, these have a matte finish and they have a cream to powder finish, so I think that they would work a lot better than some other cream bronzers that maybe are a little too greasy. All right, guys, so that's gonna be everything for this review of the Putty Bronzers. Definitely check them out. They're so affordable and amazing quality. I'll have the shades that I picked up listed down below and the links to shop them below. Definitely also check out the CC Cream if you have not already. I just got this because I was already ordering these from the e.l.f. website, and I'm like, let me go ahead, check this out, and I'm so happy that I did. I'll also have the brushes that I used today listed down below. Definitely check out this one. It's so good. I've had it for years, and I've had various brushes of these, like several of these over the past like 3 or 4 years. So everything will be listed below. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.